Good morning. It is Friday, March 19th, 2021, and back here for Bed Talk 258. Just incredible. And today I'm talking about, of course, accountability, but perhaps a little different version of it. As some of you know or read about yesterday, March 18th, we started this challenge that I'm offering for myself and some others called March Madness and Transformation. And it's about focusing during this time of March Madness 19 days, March 18th to April 5th, just tracking the March Madness in college basketball to focus on getting out of our comfort zones, getting uncomfortable with action. And it's about massive action, but massive action means more what's it take to overcome what's been holding us back. So some days it might be a single phone call that is the massive action, but that's what we've been holding off on for a couple of weeks or months or even years in some cases. Or it could be an activity that we want to focus on consistently every day. But we know that a lot of it is the mindset shifts. And I've always been big on accountability, but particularly self accountability. And the cool thing that I realized just after one day of this challenge is how simply and effectively it works to share your commitments with others. So we were on a call yesterday morning. People made their commitments, and none of them were just crazy dramatic commitments, but they were things that people have been putting off. And I noticed in sharing mine because I had a very full schedule yesterday, and I told them that. So I had to figure out where would this commitment fit in to make sure I could get to it because my day was booked before I even started this challenge. But I noticed that just sharing it out loud, I felt the responsibility of the commitment. Like at that moment, I don't want to come back tomorrow and say I didn't do this. But what I also felt was the focus shift that the sharing out loud created a focus shift. And whereas in my mind, I wasn't going to be able to do my commitment until at the end of the day, some space opened up to the day, not a big space, but a space opened. And I know normally that would be a space that I would, do some to dos, do things to fill it, important things, but not necessarily most important because it was unexpected space. But because I had claimed that commitment, think about that phrase, claimed the commitment. When that space opened, I went right to my commitment and got it done. In fact, I got it done quicker than I thought I would have if I'd done it later, which is probably true. That sense of urgency and knowing I have this narrow window. And so I used the window I had to get it done versus letting it linger in the longer period, because that's another thing we do. So I just want to share that. And I'm really, I'm so excited about just this first day of this because already several people texted me, they got their thing done, their commitment. In fact, one person texted this about an hour or so after our call. Thank you all. Wouldn't have got to this without this morning's jumpstart. And I can see how that's true. And it's funny because if even though things sometimes seem small, we often put off the small things because they're connected to a bigger fear. So I'm excited about this. You can still sign up and join. Just check out the notes. It's open till Monday to join us on this March Madness and transformation journey. But most important, remember this idea: when we make commitments to others or in the presence of others, because here's the key: that commitment is to ourselves, but we're sharing it with others. They are witnessing it. We're not committing to them. It's not about them. It's something I want to do for me. So I'm committing to myself, witnessed by others, accountability, and feel the focus. That's it. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. And by all means, stay connected and have a wonderful weekend.